going down to the water to take a bath, and I'm gonna show you the procedures on the things around and in the ice bath. If you find yourself in the situation where you go through the ice, yeah, you need to take care of yourself, and we'll go through how to do it and what to think about, what to do before, during and after the ice bath and stuff like that. That's my next task. Right now I'm changing to some spare clothes, so I have some dry clothing when I get up. We also have a fire going, so I can warm myself. Yep. Okay, first of all, in a survival situation, try not ever walking out on the ice. That's just a big risk, and yeah, if you've never done this before, it can basically kill you. And if you have to, check the thickness of the ice. If the ice is 5 centimeters deep, it should hold easy for a man about 100 kilograms. Make a fire at the camp, not too long from the position you're going through the ice or you're going over the ice. And also have some spare clothes, because it's really fucking hard surviving without any clothes when it's like now. I don't know how cold it is, maybe minus 5, 10, about that. So it's still pretty warm, but it's a bit windy and all that. Okay, so come with me. Make these ice picks before, so you can go up easier. Otherwise it can be really hard. It's just spiky branches. When you go through, make yourself as big as possible. That way, if you're lucky, your head doesn't get under the ice. After that, I'm gonna just stop, try to think, and you want to go up the same way you came down from. After that, I'm gonna crawl on the ice about 5 meters to get away from the ice that breaks, or the thin ice, to get up away from that. After 5 meters, I'm gonna rise up, and then I will run back to my camp by the fire, change clothes, start from the head and walk myself up. Hat first, shirt, trousers, and then my new shoes. When that's on, I'm gonna run myself warm, and I'm gonna run for at least 1 kilometer, and I'm gonna do some exercises. I'm gonna flip my arms to get the warm blood out my arms, and I'm gonna shake my legs to get the warm blood down my legs. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. I'm not gonna jump in this because we had an axe and a small saw to saw it up. So it's about big enough for me to climb into, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now my head isn't under, but it's going to be. Think, cool down, so you can speak again. Then now I want to go up the same way I got into, and you can follow my tracks. They are here, and now I'm going to get up. I take off my spikes and I grab them as far as possible, and now I will kick a lot with my legs. About 5 meters, and now the ice will be thick enough for me to stand. This is a bit frisky. Oh!
swim, brother.
Yep.
That's awesome.
This is very hard to do by yourself because your hands freeze. So yeah, you need to do this as fast as possible and just try to get through it. The boots should be like this. The shoelaces are very much up, so it's easy to get into your shoes like this. Then I don't even need my hands to get them in. I'm usually better than tying my shoelaces than now, but it works. And now I have my warm clothing on. Now I'm gonna run. And I'm gonna run for about 1 kilometer. And also a good thing to have is some warm water, some pine tea or something that I will drink when I get back. So that's what I'm doing after about 1 kilometer. Now I just focus on getting my heat up from the inside and out. So I'll do that and be back in about 1 kilometer or so. See you soon. Now I'm running, but it's so hard to get your temperature up. At least it's so hard to get your warm blood out to your hands and to your feet. So now I will just try to get it out to my hands and to my feet. You can actually feel the blood just transporting down to your feet. Okay, so now I have my inner warmth ready. Now I'm gonna take off my shoes and my gloves and just hold them by the fire. I have the warmth coming from the inside and now want the warmth from the fire as well. My socks are not totally dry because I change from wet to my dry clothes, so I will dry them as well, slow and steady. And if I start to freeze again, I just do the lap again, come back, do the same procedures until I am warm, my clothes are warm, and I'm ready to gather some firewood or go down to the ice and do some ice fishing again or whatever I do. Yeah, so now we'll sit down by the fire, take off my boots and warm my feet. Okay, so I'm by the fire now. My hands are warm, my feet are warm, my body's warm. I'm waiting for my pine needle tea, which is down there. Soon ready. I will just sit by the fire for 10 minutes, maybe more. See if I start to lose my temperature again. If I do, I keep running, do my laps. Yeah, it's soon time for me to start gathering some firewood because I'm gonna be here for another couple of days. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope you learned something today, but I can't address this enough. Do not go out on the ice in a survival situation if it's not a matter of life or death. And the most secure thing is to have a heated house or a heated tent or something to just run to and dress there. Yeah, if it's colder than -15 Celsius, that's a must when you do this exercise in the military, and that's because -15 and below is kind of cold. And the most secure thing is to change inside. But it still works outside. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but yeah, try to make it as secure and safe as possible. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now I got my pine needle tea, to bathe in the ice like this. If you do it under really good and secure circumstances, you will have up to 80% bigger chance of surviving if this happens to you in a real situation. That's why it's good to try it out, but as I said before, do not go out by yourself and try this for the first time. Okay? Promise me that.